Friday, the FDA approved the painkiller Disovia, an opioid 1,000 times more potent than morphine. While the drug will only be used in a hospital setting, critics argue the drug may further fuel the opioid epidemic. Officials say the RGV is not immune to this epidemic. In this special report, our Mike Jimenez explains how local experts say the way to fight back is with education.
Hildebrando Mireles and Matthew Levine work for Tropical Texas Behavioral Health and are on the front lines of the opioid epidemic. Officials say the RGV is no exception to an issue facing the entire nation.
Our doctors started realizing that, they needed to do something about this epidemic problem. We developed our own policy to stop prescribing these medications just recently.
Mireles says the problem will increase if nothing is done and says that starts with education to both the community and doctors.
Especially the clients that are being affected by it, our clients that are overdosing. They need to understand what the implications are of mixing these drugs with such as heroin.
According to Mireles, the problem started back as far as the late 90s when drug companies started prescribing opioids. There was a promise they would not be addictive.
It is highly addictive. It's just in the chemicals that are used to make this medicine.
CDC data shows prescribers in Texas have reduced opioid prescriptions, but officials say more needs to be done.
There needs to be community education. It hasn't impacted Texas as much as it's impacted northeast states of the United States, but it doesn't mean that it won't. It's coming this way.
The biggest problem with opioid abuse is when users start mixing the drugs with heroin, which can slow down the heart rate and with continued use can cease the heart's functions. Statistics show 80% of heroin users graduate from prescription drug abuse.
When they start mixing those drugs together, that's when we're seeing a lot of overdoses. That's when we're seeing a lot of deaths. Even users need to be educated on how to deal with an overdose. We have medications that we can use to combat, to treat that problem.
Drugs like Narcan, which can be used to reverse the effects of an overdose.
It can potentially save someone's life. This is something that we have available to the community for free at all of our Tropical sites.
Tropical will give out Narcan for free, but you must speak with a counselor and go through a 10-minute intervention and hear a discussion of what signs to look for of an overdose and what to do in that situation. In McAllen, I'm Mike Jimenez for KVO, Local 23 News.
Officials also say there is a stigma attached to the abuse, and if you or someone you know needs treatment, you can reach out to the Tropical Texas Behavioral Health at 956-289-7000, or they even have a 24-hour crisis hotline. That number is also on your screen, 877-289-7199.